2-4 yet to put a tally in the win column. For the Wright State Raiders, who you see there, 3-0-2 near the top of the table. We'll get you the standings in the HL throughout the broadcast. Cleveland State in the home whites trimmed in green. For Wright State, they're in the visiting black jerseys trimmed in green numbers. So it'll be a challenge today. Contact far side. Cleveland State will control. Vikes will bring it forward. Looking for an opportunity to get going. Cleveland State has struggled offensively the last few days. That ball is tipped high, knocked away momentarily there by Kira Sarka. And the Vikes, in the first minute, are going to have themselves a goal kick. Well, since you have Sarka highlighted there, we'll tell you about Kira Sarka in the aquamarine uniform. She is a graduate student goalkeeper. 5'5", small for a goalkeeper. She's a local product here from the Cleveland area. Went to Twinsburg High School, or Twinsburg, lived in Twinsburg, went to Walsh Jesuit High School. On the season, 4-4-1, making her 11th start, 12th appearance. She has given up 17 goals on the campaign. Has a 1.85 goals against average and has stopped 46 on the season. For her career, just under 500. A win today for Sarka would bring her back to the level mark for her career. Right now sits at 13-14-6 as she makes her 40th career start for the Raiders. For the Vikings, we'll get you the net-minding information here momentarily. Vikes will control in the center circle. Olivia Cruz will play at back line. Now coming forward, the Raiders take advantage of the misplay by Cleveland State. Nunn there with a poke away. Tried to get it back on the give and go. Instead, it'll be Olivia Stroud. That's up to Nunn. Nunn all alone in the box and smothering it is the Vikes goaltender, Haley Lewis. Lewis wearing the highlighter yellow jerseys today. Redshirt junior, 5'9", out of Flushing, Michigan. First year here with the Vikes. And she is a transfer in from Bowling Green. On the season, Lewis 1-5-3, making her 10th start of the year. 17 goals against, 2.02 GAA, has made 44 saves and has a .721 save percentage. Her lone win came way back on August the 17th. Too fast, too far, and Cortland Heffy could not get there, gave up on it, allowed the netminder for Wright State to come out and get it. Kira Sarka will pop it around here midfield. That's Basher Deuce, the Vikes captain. She has it, plays it outside. Up ahead to Jordan Novak on the far sideline. It rolls out of bounds in front of the scorer's table. Vikings have had a rough patch here recently. Cleveland State has not won since September the 14th when they beat Morehead State here at home on a shutout, 3-0. Since then, they're 0-2-4. They had 3 straight draws, all in conference play, then lost back-to-back home games. Indy and Milwaukee, and eventually tied at Northern Kentucky. Coaching staff for Wright State, Travis Sobers. He's in his 5th year. That one popped inside, another header, 3rd one in a row. That one towards the end line. Basher Deuce is there, gets it near side. Here's Jordan Novak with it. Novak gonna left-footed ahead into the middle where it's deflected, controlled. Sesmas comes away with it for Cleveland State. She plays it far side. Vikes got a good look. Far side. Cucchetti paused momentarily and then had to pull it back. Cruz on the give and go inside. The Vikes had an opportunity and it's just too long. Sarka is there for the Raiders. Yeah, the Vikings have been shut out the last 3 matches, losing 3-0 and 5-0 to Indy and Milwaukee. They played to a 0-0 tie at Northern Kentucky on Thursday night. Have scored just twice in their last 5 matches. On the season, Cleveland State's only pocketed 14 goals in 13 games. Wright State's offense a little bit better. Wright State has scored 18 times. But they, too, have struggled offensively. They haven't been shut out since the opener against Dayton. But only 3 times have they scored more than 1 in a contest. They did manage a 3-2 win at IU Indy. But you have to go all the way back to August 24th. There's Sarver at the end line. Sarver inside. Novak looking. Novak gets tied up, taken down, and we're going to play on. Sarver looking around, or check that, Novak looking around, wanted some kind of call. Got none. Almost a mistake. Miskovich had it deflected, but it played nicely back to Lewis. Lewis waves away the defenders. She'll survey the field and roll it outside. Miskovich, right foots it ahead, trying to keep Cleveland State onside. She does. Long run out. Vikings near the flag. That's Peyton Kobe on the far side. Kobe looking. Cucchetti comes over. It's off of Wright State and out of bounds. Wright State, though, has played great defense recently, which has allowed them to stay in contest. In fact, they had a 5-game winning streak over their last 7. They are 5-0-2. They have not lost since a home match against Bellarmine back on September the 4th. So it's been a good 5 weeks for the Raiders, as they pitched 4 consecutive shutouts at home against Chicago State, then on the road at Central Michigan. Purdue Fort Wayne finally got a conference win against Detroit Mercy 1-0 at home. So even though they only scored 4 in those 4 games, they came away with 4 victories as the defense went nearly 400 minutes without surrendering a goal if you add in the end and the beginning of that streak. Sandwiched around the 4 shutouts. Vikes have it 2-on-2. Now it's a foot race. Can the Vikings get there? Contact and pushed away. The Vikes will get a toss. Cortland Hefty was out there trying to run it down. So the Vikes will pause. They'll catch their breath and look for an opportunity. Cruz is taken down. There's the whistle. And the Vikes will get the restart. Basherdust has been the trigger throughout the season. Looks like she too, she will stay on the back line. And Cleveland State's we'll see who's on the ball for the Vikes. That one's played high and wide. It was Myra Susmus who had the trigger. Tried to send that one, get the Vikes on the board early. As we said, Cleveland State now over 300 minutes without a goal. Trying to break that down. Vikings, anything offensively, they give them some momentum. That one pops out of play. Tonkovich was there. She watched it come into the concrete wall. The Vikings will get the toss with Jordan Novak. Susmus has it smothered away. She went toe-to-toe there with Ashley Vaughn. Vaughn coming back, the senior, seen limited action this season. Now back into the starting lineup for head coach Travis Sobers. Poked ahead, too far. Vikes were onside, but it was too quick. Rolls out the back, and we'll have ourselves a goal kick 10 minutes in. Haley Lewis, or check that. That's Kira Sarka in the Aquamarine, graduate student. For her career, 180 saves. 1.84 goals against average for her career, and for the season, 1.85. So pretty consistent over her time with the Raiders. Wright State with a quick toss. We're back at it. This one popped into the box. We'll see what happens. Loose ball coming on for the Vikes. Novak tried to clear, got it out near midfield. Sarver there loses it. And the Vikes will have it back in. Sesmas, that's a handball not called. Handball was missed, but the Vikes will play on. Sesmas from the right side. Sesmas will cross inside. Sesmas top of the box, tried to find the trigger, lost controls. Now she'll circle back, and the Vikes will regroup. Cruz, top side, leaves it on the far side. Cucchetti has it. And finally, the Vikings offense breaks down. And it's a turnover as it rolls out of bounds. But the Vikes had an opportunity. There was a miss. Now 2 on 3. And a nice defensive play by Nikolina Miskovic. Stopped the rush, sent it out of bounds, and still managed to have it deflect off of Cleveland State. Now the back line has it for the Vikes. They'll play it to Novak. Novak, the redshirt junior, transfer in for Novak, was rostered at East Carolina for her first year. Did not see action with the Pirates. Local product, decided to come back home play for the green and white. Can Cucchetti get there? Not in time. Sophia Cucchetti gave chase. Cucchetti also a redshirt junior out of Cincinnati. Played back to Tonkovic, sends it forward. Cucchetti weaving through traffic and it has it taken away. Vikes defense quick with the steal, played ahead. Vikes will have a look. Can they get it centered? No, they can't. Cleared out, but they'll get the corner. Was Caitlin Iyink, junior defender from Findlay, made the play. Now to the corner for Cleveland State. Vikes have not had many opportunities. 2 today, only 21 in the first half all season. This will be Basher Deuce. Nice lob inside, headed. Top of the box as it rolls away, and the Vikings will retreat, recover, and reset the offense. Lewis, near side to Cucchetti. Tonkovic now back to Lewis. Calmly to Bash reduced. Miskovic approaches midfield. Pops inside. Cucchetti running sideline to sideline. Had the one touch there. Novak couldn't get to it fast enough, but it comes and lands with Tonkovic. Lobbed ahead. With the run, played out of bounds, and the Vikes will get a toss. Throw in coming. Sesmas has it. End line. Rolls it forward. Deflected away. Played back into the box and again popped out by the Raiders. That one's going to cross the end line as the Vikes lose control. Sarka will set it, and we'll be back under play as we approach the 16-minute mark here from Krensler Field. Gorgeous Sunday afternoon. High sky, clouds floating by. Wind off the lake out of the north at about 8 miles an hour, but not enough to affect the game itself. Bright sunshine, crowd settled in today. Novak with a few circles before she worked it inside, lost it. Look at Sesmas defensively with the pocket. Pick, now back to Novak. Rolled ahead. Sarver's going to give chase, but eventually that one is going to be off of Cleveland State. Sarver got a foot in there, poked it, and it'll roll over and belong to Sarka. Vikes have been the aggressive team here in the first 15, 16 minutes or so. Cleveland State trying to get themselves on the board, play from ahead. Not a position they have been in a lot this year. Sarver gave chase, forced Sarka to send it near midfield. Now this one popped long. Nunn's going to give chase. Miskovich is there. Runs her off the ball. Basherdust has it, and finally it's cleared away by the Vikings' Lewis. So the offense will gather for Wright State. Cleveland State will drift back and how to protect the offensive push. The Raiders are 3-0-2 in conference play. They had a good start to the season. That one tapped towards Lewis, and she flops on it, covers it up nicely. I mentioned Wright State start their 3-2. In conference play. Right now that's good for a tie for third place in the standings. Milwaukee running away with it right now in the HL. Milwaukee in 6 matches undefeated, untied. 18 points at the top of the table. In fact, they have outscored their opponents 19-4 in 6 Horizon League matches. So Milwaukee truly the team at the top of the crop. Dunleavy, right side, quick move on net, poked away. Lewis with a diving save to her right. Punched it out of bounds. Corner coming, but that was point blank from Ruby Dunleavy, looking for her 3rd goal of the season. Wright State 3rd in the conference, as we mentioned, tied with Youngstown State. They have 11 points. The Vikings right now sit 9th with 4 points in the conference. Corner kick. Wasted opportunity by the Raiders. Vikings are 0-2-4 with 3 remaining after today. Top 6 in the conference do make the postseason, so the Vikings will have some work to do. They're probably not going to be able to draw themselves into a Horizon League bid. So at some point, Cleveland State's going to have to find themselves a win, push themselves up the table. It'll be no easy task. Although they have a couple of teams with them at the bottom of the table that are on the schedule. Robert Morris, Purdue, Fort Wayne, and Green Bay, all of them with 5 points or less in the standings. Vikes have 4. So if Cleveland State can steal one today and play well the final 3 weeks of the season, they could earn themselves a 6 seed. Possibly, if they get to 4, they would have an opening round home game in the Horizon League tournament. Tough part of the schedule for Cleveland State is over, as they have already taken on Milwaukee, Northern Kentucky, and Youngstown State. That draw at Northern Kentucky was huge, considering NKU right now second in the conference with 13 points. For Wright State, they have a game coming up Thursday against Green Bay. Then they have to go on the road next Sunday, check that, it'll be the 19th. They'll be on the road at Milwaukee, and we'll see, that could be for positioning at the top of the Horizon League. If Wright State can get a win there, they might be able to secure themselves a number 2 seed in the HL tournament, get themselves an opening round bye. Now for Wright State, they only have today's game plus 4 more. So they're only halfway through. They've only played 5 Horizon League matches. Cleveland State only has 3 after today, as they have already played 6 in the HL. 0-2 and 4 are the Vikes. Lewis the Bash reduced for Cleveland State. Comes inside to Sesmas. Cruz now to the back line. Miskovich ahead. Contact on the far side. Looked like Peyton Kobe ran into traffic. Now it's Cucchetti trying to give chase, but Sarka is there. She beats her to the ball, pops it towards midfield. Sesmas with a takeaway. Leaves it for Cucchetti. Oh, Cucchetti loaded up. She thought about taking one from about 25 away. Instead, she'll play a little offense inside. Hefty has it, and it's chopped away. Cucchetti found the loose ball momentarily, then lost it back. We have contact. No whistle. Will play on. Cucchetti gets it back for Cleveland State. And the Vikings continue to press that defensive look. None with the steal, but the Vikes take it right back. Sarver outside. Hefty on net. High, poked away. Horizon as high as she could was Kira Sarka, and she got it just over the crossbar. Got a hand on it and got it to land just over the crossbar. In fact, it came to rest on the top of the net. So the Vikes will have one from the corner, as Bash reduced will keep the pressure on for Cleveland State. Boy, did Sarka have to use all of that 5-5 frame to get up there. Bash reduce, right-footed dominant. Will line it up. Vikings will play away and charge forward on the play. Got away momentarily. Cleveland State on the far side. Cucchetti from the baseline. Deflected out of bounds. The Vikes will again have the corner. That's 4 here in the first half for Cleveland State already. As we mentioned, the Vikings have not been a corner kick team in the first half this season. Only 21 in the previous 13 contests. They've got 4 already in the first 25 minutes. On the season, they are minus 15 overall corner kick-wise. Second half, they've been pretty even, but it's the first half that they've struggled. This one, high into the box. Here we go. Nothing doing, but the white shirts are around it. Pass reduced with another pop. This one towards the net. Ball is loose, and it can't find its way past the goal line. Out of bounds, and we'll have substitutions coming shortly. Both teams have players standing ready to check in. Cleveland State again inside. Hefty on it. Little right foot poke, and it's caught there by Sarka. Cleveland State playing like a team in the desperate need of a win. That one ahead and just off the foot. Sesmas tried to find Hefty cutting, or was that Sarver? It was Sarver cutting inside. And it just took a high bounce over Sarver's left boot. She couldn't redirect. And we continue. Cleveland State relentless so far in the first 20. Now we got a full tie-up and a hold. Olivia Stroud, all but the takedown on that one. She wrapped up the Vikings. Sesmas, left foot inside. Cucchetti there, tried to circle, and it got loose. Near side to Dunleavy. Dunleavy going to play inside near the center circle, leaves it outside. On the run was Stroud and tried to get too cute. She tried to come on a crossover, and Basher Deuce simply took it away. Basher Deuce knocked it out. Has faced less shots in the second half. But also for Wright State, second half has been their preferred half of soccer as well. They've scored more goals. They've taken more shots. Their goaltender has been forced to make less saves, and they have had more corners all in the second half. So if the first half was entertaining, the next 45 could be even better. Cleveland State right now looking for their first win in Horizon League play. 0-2-4. That one played ahead. Wright State with an opportunity. That's Graff on the outside, and it's knocked away. So Wright State will have the corner at the first opportunity here in the second half. That one low liner played inside, popped high, punched away momentarily by Lewis, still in play, and finally lands on the back of the net. Ruby Dunleavy had a look at it. Took all of 65 seconds for the Raiders to get an opportunity here in the second half. Miskovich.
They're really sprinting around the soccer balls. Oh, I know.
Near side, Vikings will have it. That's Kobe to Cucchetti. Now back to Miskovich. Lewis calls for it. She'll take it. Now kind of reset everybody and play it over to Basher Deuce. Surveys. Right foots it to the outside. Contact near side. Vikings have not been able to work it out of their own end. Unforced error on a bad pass ahead, but the Vikings managed to steal it. Sesmas ahead on the outside. And the Raiders will come the other way. Played back into the middle where Cleveland State will collect and restart. That's an unforced error by the Vikes, a giveaway by Cleveland State. Peyton Kobe was the intended target, but it missed badly and will result in a throw-in. Danielle Charleston will get it restarted, but she gave it away. Now the Vikes ahead. Sarver on the outside, leaves it there for Kobe. Kobe's going to roll it ahead, looking for Sarver. Sarver trying to find something. contact off of Sarver. I believe it'll go out of bounds off of her. It will. And it will be a goal kick coming for Kira Sarka. Sarka's been strong in goal early in this match. She had to make a leaping save. She got her paw on that one, sent it up over the net, landed on top of the net. Mike's had a couple of other opportunities. One was just outside the reach of Danielle Scott as she was cutting on the backside. Had a nice feed. Susmus got it ahead. Tonkovic is there. More contact. More bodies onto the turf. And finally, a whistle is brought out. Susmus will spot and start for the Vikes. Cleveland State will push 5 ahead. Into the box, Hefty was there, so was Cucchetti, could not find control. And Cleveland State will give it another look with Cucchetti. Slides it inside, Cruz has it. Cruz with contact sent down. Vikes will play on. Cucchetti to the outside. Sarver tried to go between the legs, couldn't find it. Then Cucchetti with a lob. And the pop-up easily played there by Kira Sarka. 5 minutes gone, second half. Still no score, Cleveland State and Wright State. As we mentioned, the Vikings are going to need to start putting a couple into the win column. 0-2-4 in the HL. Cleveland State currently with just 4 points. They sit 9th in the Horizon League. Wright State on a roll. That one inside and slow roller. That Lewis makes sure there is no rebound. But from the 9 slot right now with 4 points, a couple of teams ahead of them, Green Bay and Robert Morris. Both with 5 points, and both those teams are on the Vikings' remaining schedule. 2 of the next 3 matches are against those clubs. And Purdue-Fort Wayne, who is winless and has not had a draw, so the Mastodons are 0-5 in the league. They also are on the schedule for Cleveland State, so those are some winnable matchups. But if the Vikings can get one today, I would say over the next 4, if Cleveland State can find themselves minimum of 8 points, they'll be in the mix for a postseason bid. If the Vikes can manage to win 3 of the 4, that gives them 10 points and a real good look at a postseason bid, possibly. Will allow them to slide all the way to 4 and an opportunity at a home match as the 4 seed. But they're going to take some work. They need to find the back of the net here. They have not scored in their last 3 contests. Cleveland State's Kobe has a run out. Kobe from the elbow. Kobe with a cross. Ball loose in the middle. Collision bodies everywhere. And the ball finally is outside the box, and coming on to get it is the goaltender, Kira Sarka. Oh, the Vikings with an opportunity. So that's Cleveland State's perspective today, and that may be some of the urgency you see in the offensive set. They know that a win today and then 3 winnable games remaining on the schedule. The Vikes again will charge forward. That one left outside. Hefty trying to run it down. Hefty will get called for the push. And the whistle will come out, and the Vikes will give it back. From behind the play, the call came. Now, we've given you the Cleveland State scenario. That's why, again, there's an urgency to the offense, because right here in it, after 45, 50, 57 minutes, 52 minutes now played, Vikes have an opportunity to get at least a point today, possibly 3 with a win if they can find a goal. The last 3 minutes or so, they have peppered the Offensive end in Sarka. They've tested Kira Sarka here in the second half as much as they did in the first. Wright State, though, currently tied for third. They have 11 points in the table. And not only do they have today's match, but they have 4 more coming. One of those against league-leading Green Bay. Wright State with a look. That one right off the chest of the Vikings. Lewis, and she sent it away. She tells everybody, run it down. Go get that. Get out there and put some pressure on. Boy, she took that one from point-blank range right off the chest. And Cleveland State will get it back. Sesma, with a little bit too much of a lead. She was looking for Kobe on the outside. There's a look at the Vikings. Haley Lewis. Lewis, new to the club, coming over from Bowling Green in the transfer portal. She's out of Flushing, Michigan. She's had a couple of rough games this year, but, well, she's stood steady in a few others. Game against Youngstown State here at home, 1-1 tie. At Oakland, getting a 1-1 draw. Even as the defense broke down against Detroit Mercy, she still managed to hold her club to a 3-3 draw there as well. Everybody's had trouble against Milwaukee, so the 5-0 loss, while embarrassing, no different than what any other club in the Horizon League has really faced this year. Milwaukee is crushing everybody. They're averaging almost 4 goals per match.
Number 2, Alyssa Pay.
Are the Panthers in Horizon League play? They've given up just 4 goals in 6 matches. That's why that game coming up between Milwaukee and Wright State is significant. A win there by Cleveland or by Wright State will give them a tiebreaker as well as most likely an opportunity at a number 2 seed in the conference. Wright State still has Northern Kentucky to play as well, and they are the number 2 team. So Wright State controls their own destiny. If they play well against the top 2 clubs, they could slide ahead of at least one of those teams and get an opening round bye. So they too have a lot to play for in the coming weeks. Today is important because it keeps pace with them near the top of the Horizon League standings. They lose today, they're going to fall back and lose an opportunity at least, again, a point in a draw. And the 3 for the win. That one punched away by the Vikings. Lewis still trying to encourage that defense.
One of my finals for one of my sport admin classes, it was a master's class, and the final was having a 30-minute conversation on the phone with the professor, and that was it.
Dunleavy leaves it in the middle. Charleston to the outside. That one on net again and tipped outside. Look at the diving Lewis. That one, she got her fingertips on, made sure it wasn't going to get inside that left post. Corner kick coming for the Raiders.
That's like the weirdest final I've ever had.
Yeah, I've never had to do that.
Last 5 minutes of this matchup between Wright State and Cleveland State had all the action of what indoor soccer does. This one a low liner into the box, in traffic, spun, turn, and played away. Mikes will let it roll. It'll be a goal kick, and Lewis. Throughout the season, Cleveland State hasn't done much in terms of goal kicks. You see right there. They generally will spot it and have a rolling start, either with Bashardouse or with Lewis. This is Jordan Novak working on the outside. Up near midfield of the Vikes. Played away and a toss coming. Vikings will get the throw in as we cross over the 58-minute mark into the 59th minute here from downtown Cleveland. No score, Cleveland State and Wright State Teams are filling up the stat sheet on shots and shots on goal. But nobody's been able to find the back of the net. Vikings with a run out. Cleveland State's Hefty. Hefty has to deal with the slide tackle, and it's taken away. Nice play inside by the Raiders. And they'll come the other way. That's that one lobbed ahead. Lewis is way out, but we'll get there and simply sweep it towards the East 18th Avenue side of the field. Another play away by the Vikings out near midfield. Tangi Sarver with a nice box out. Sarver's going to have a 2-on-1, leaves it out for Hefty. Hefty on the right wing. Hefty looking. Hefty crosses over but can't find the right side. Boy, she had Sarka anticipating the opposite side. So her left, Sarka's right. Tried to come near side on the post and sent it out of play to the right. She gave a little bit of a shoulder bob, which got Sarka leaning, but not enough. The window was small, and Hefty couldn't capitalize on the Vikings' 2-on-1. Oh, we play on. Still scoreless here from Krenzler. Entertaining afternoon on the pitch. Basherdoos with a mark. Prevents the inside cross. Still working. Far side. Working against Zara Graff. Graff with it. Graff will play it towards the end line. Heel kicks it back into play. This one lobbed into the middle. And poked away. It's a race to the ball. And a late whistle comes flying out as Alyssa Pay went down. Maybe sold the contact a little bit. And the decision to give it that little bit of extra slide drew the whistle. Mikes with a takeaway. Nice defense by Cleveland State. Check that. Sesmus' double team caught a push. And the Vikes will get a spot start. Tonkovich will take it. She'll scan the field and right foot it down into the offensive end for Cleveland State. Sarver spins, sends it outside. More contact as the Vikings break through. Give and go to the inside. Cleveland State still with possession. Sesmus has it on the elbow. Sesmus with a left footer cross. One hopper is deflected and controlled by Sarka. As Kovic tried to clear, but there were the Raiders. Olivia Stroud defensively got in the way. But the Raiders do nothing with that opportunity. In fact, Cleveland State will take it back. Little hold on the shirt there as Jordan Novak went by. Now Sarka back to midfield. Basherdoos redirects, gets it to Cucchetti. Cucchetti in the middle, has to leave it for Cruz. Cruz to the outside. Cruz in the left wing, and it's poked ahead. Cucchetti with a run out. Cucchetti will control. She'll face the net, spin, and send it back to the edge. From the point, back to Cruz in the middle, now to the back line. Novak will go all the way back to Lewis. Pause and a reset. Here comes Basherdoos with it. Eyes up, scanning the field. Looking, right foots it downfield. Found a open Sarver in the middle, or check that was Hefty in the middle. But it ricocheted away, and Wright State will take it back. Charleston got upended by Cruz. Loose ball controlled by Pay. Pay with a big play ahead. This one's going to be too long and out of play. The Vikes will get it from the goal kick. There's Lewis up the hill. Runs it down.
Wright State substitutions: number 9, Ayla Washburn. Number 25, Aaliyah Cook. Number 28, Aaliyah Palazzari. For the Vikings, number 8, Alicia Riberich. And number
Alicia
9,
Riberich
Shaw.
is back in for Cleveland State.
Off the court. 89-59. 1 second left. Isn't that insane?
Hefty coming near side. Controls, manages to keep it in play. Left it there for Kobe. Kobe splits inside.
15 and 22.
Sesmas to the right point. Miskovich back to Basher Deuce. Basher Deuce has it taken away. Played ahead. Vikings will have to retreat. They do cut off Graff on our way back to the Vikings Lewis, but not enough to clear it. Still loose, and Wright State will find the loose ball. Opportunities inch by inch. They just can't buy a break. Jordan Novak is back for the Vikes. And Sophia Cucchetti returns for Cleveland State. Riley Ocala will take a seat. Oh, the Vikes had 2 more chances there. One hit the crossbar. One, they couldn't get enough power on the shot. That one ridden up inside. This will be one-on-one, rolled past the goaltender, and it is offside. Oh, the Wright State faithful don't like that call, but Cleveland State looked as though they knew it was coming because they slowed down. And there in the background, you see on the training table, Aubrey Murphy getting her right knee iced. She was injured earlier in the contest. Walked off under her own power, but again, noticeably limping. This will be Scott giving pressure and can't find control. Danielle Scott has been just that pain in the side all day for Kira Sark. Every time Sark goes to cleanly pick up the ball, or possibly even play it from the box, there is Scott to hound her. Far side contact. No call, and we'll play on. Oh, boy, are the Raider fans upset and possibly have a valid claim. Oh, boy. At times today, it's been a demolition derby. Other times the whistle has come out as the teams have breathed a little too heavy on each other. Scott's going to give chase on the backside. She's there with Iyink, and Iyink sent it away. 82 minutes gone, exactly 8 minutes to go here in the contest. Scoreless, although Cleveland State continues to pepper Kira Sarka. Tried to come near side to the Vikes. They were looking for Elise Boyd. It was short and taken away by the Raiders. Dunleavy double teamed. Boyd is there right on the hip. Back towards midfield, where Tonkovic sends it the other way. Boyd will have it off the ricochet. Boyd cuts inside. Boyd will have a 5-on-3. Boyd inside. Scott is there. Scott got spun around. Now we have a whistle, and it'll go against Cleveland State. Scott will get whistled for the second grab after she got rolled around. 7 minutes to go here in what has been a entertaining soccer match so far. Wright State with a look, 2-on-2. The Raiders to the outside. Miskovich is going to run it out of play, and we have ourselves a corner kick coming.
He had a GoPro back there and another camera in a different camera bag. Take it.
Corner kick misplayed, out of play. Cleveland State will take that large sigh of relief. It'll be Haley Lewis. Sets it down.
Entering for Cleveland State, number 23, Peyton Covey. And
Peyton
number 30,
Covey
Portland Hefty.
And Cortland Hefty returned for the Vikes. We restart the clock. And right now we have 6 minutes to go in what has been a fantastic college soccer matchup between Cleveland State and Wright State. Again, no score, but boy, has it been entertaining. If you missed the first 84 minutes, you've missed a lot. The only thing you haven't missed is goals. Cleveland State, at least 6, probably closer to 10 opportunities offensively, and have been inches away from maybe leading this game 4-0. Wright State's had a couple opportunities as well, and Haley Lewis there has made a couple of great saves. As you can see, Cleveland State, there's a push. We'll play on the far side for Cleveland State. It was Jordan Novak trying to create some space. She got it. No whistle. 5 minutes to go. No score, Cleveland State. Now we'll have a quick sub coming for
Substitution number 8, Tamara Smith.
Tamara Smith will enter. So did not catch who was coming off, but Wright State had themselves a player limp off. Looked like an ankle got twisted. Bash reduced. Well downfield. Vikes will stay on side, but it's reflected back towards midfield. Sesmas in the middle, can't find it. Cruz also bumped off the ball. Tonkovic back to Lewis. Miskovich near side. Cucchetti had to spin in and then turned it around up the near sideline. Cucchetti tried to get it on a give and go as Kobe tried to find her inside, taken away by the Raiders. Iyink had to get it all the way back, coming out. Misplayed. Sarka was caught out of position. This one is loose on the far side. Hefty's going to try to get there. She does, saves it, and the Vikings will get a look. Under 4 to go. Sarka with a big chance as she came out to play it. This one into the middle. Now the Cleveland State fans not happy with the officiating. And even more so now as the whistle comes out. The Viking fans in attendance were looking for a handball there. Under 3.5 to go. Each team will settle for a point if they end up tied, but both of them will leave here feeling they had opportunities. This one wide left, and Lewis will get the loose ball and get us restarted as soon as she plants it. Somehow highly disappointing if both teams only get a point in the standings. That's the way they have both played today. Mainly Cleveland State maybe has outplayed Wright State a little bit today. Raiders will bring it the other way on the toss-in. And back out of play we go again. 2.5 minutes to go. No score, Cleveland State and Wright State. Under 2 minutes to go, and we still have decided nothing between Cleveland State and Wright State. Still a confidence booster coming for the Vikes if they manage to play the number 2 and 3 teams, the scoreless draws over the last 4 days. This one inside the box, and the Vikes get it away. Hefty rolls it outside. 2-on-1 Cleveland State. Crossed up top. It's Sarver. 1-on-1. Sarver in the box. And out it goes. The Vikings will have a minute or so to go. They'll have a corner kick. Bash reduced on the sprint to the flag. This will be the final opportunity, most likely. Bash reduced will spot it. Vikings will post them forward. Cleveland State looking for that late heroics. Now we have a stoppage in play. Now we are ready. This one played inside, headed up. Coming back to Bash reduced. She'll get another lob opportunity. This one played into the box. Headed around, still loose. Far side, can Cleveland State circle? Coming on strong. Cucchetti going to launch and send it high and out of play. 25 seconds to go. Flung back in. It'll be Sarka. We'll spot it. 18 seconds to go. The Raiders look as though they are content to take the draw.
10, 9,
and they will do just that.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
This one will come to an end as Sarka sends it away, and we have